What's going on, everyone? Rob here from Captain Rob Games, and today we are back with another review of the top builds from Reddit. As always, if you like the content, hit the like button, and if you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on. Let's get right into it. Up first, we have a Sauna from user sfjoeffss. Quite a username, but a fun little sauna. It's very simple. It's just a wooden base with an inside setup with various things. Looks like the kind of sauna you'd see in a gym. It's very simple, maybe not the most aesthetically pleasing, but I love that someone somewhere sat down and said, I need to make a sauna for my Vikings. And if you think about just the raw level of detail that went into this and making this look as good and as kind of clean as it does, I'm very impressed. The perfect example of someone who just loves the game for the art of it and loves the game for the funny things that you can build, even though they might not necessarily be the most useful or functional. Up next, we have another funny, not so functional, but wonderful art piece. This is a Trojan Horse submitted by user Terminatorgoku. Now, it's kind of funny because it does look a little bit less like a horse and maybe a little bit like a rabbit in some cases, you could argue, which I think is funny. For anyone who's a fan of Monty Python, you know the whole Trojan rabbit scene, but this is really funny. I love that they thought of this and they said, hey, you know what? I'm going to build an animal of out of wood and make fun of the Trojan War and that whole story and mythology. So I absolutely love this. Again, this probably took a very, very long time to build for just a hilarious thing to put maybe in front of your base somewhere. A bunch of torches kind of leading up to it. So I think this is very funny. Just a hilarious thing to sit down and be like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to build a Trojan horse. The third build of the week, submitted by user shoggyseldom. I am coining this the fraud boat. I think this is a hilarious build. Valheim has boats and ships in it, and you can just build them directly, and you don't have to really worry about it. You just plop them down in the water. But this user, shoggyseldom, decided that that just wasn't enough. That just wasn't going to cut it. He was going to custom build his own boat, which, by the way, based on this picture, it looks like he put it in a tree, which makes this even funnier. He has his fake little mast, and he also has portals as well as beehives in his boat, and it looks like a cooking sort of center or kitchen in the center of the ship as well. Another funny build. Again, is it a little bit extra? Yeah. Is it maybe functional? No. But I love, again, that someone said, I'm going to build a boat in a tree. And not just a boat that you can build in the game. I'm going to custom design and custom build a boat and put it in a tree because it's Valheim and I can do whatever I want in Valheim. Number 4, we have what is dubbed the Seaside Restaurant by user OSRSJihyo. I assume that stands for Old School RuneScape, and it's an old Reddit account, but he made this Seaside Restaurant. So for those of you who have never built a base on the coastline, specifically in a lower area on the coastline, the water levels do rise and fall, as you can see here. Functionally, I mean, it does weaken certain wood structures by a little bit, and it can put fires out, but other than that, it's mostly just a visual thing that doesn't really affect you or impact you in a significant way, which is why I find this so hilarious, that this user built a restaurant not expecting high tides to become an issue, and lo and behold, if you look at this picture, it looks like their restaurant may have a leak or two. But all in all, kind of hilarious that you build this thing next to it. I know I myself have had this issue where I have built plenty of things on a coastline just to very quickly realize that water is a problem when you're dealing with fire. And finally, my personal build of the week. This one is being given to user Nevaloud for the Uptown Forest. Now, not only is this a beautiful build, but it fully encompasses what I would expect from a city. And when I look at some other video games, this honestly is what I would expect to see as a structure or a small town that I might come across in maybe like Skyrim or some other kind of a open world environment. So it has that feel of that sort of massive world building concept. It's a full city. It's not just a build, it's not just it's a functional room. It's this person really built an entire city. And not only did they build an entire city, but they did something that I absolutely love, and they created a feeling that a group of settlers found this mountain area or this large hill and decided they wanted to build a town. So you have different elevations, you have different cool concepts. You can see on the right side at the lowest elevation, it looks like there's a road. So maybe a general road from settlement to settlement. And people come into this town, they go up the stairs, maybe there's various shops, various homes on the bottom layer. As you go up, it looks like buildings that could maybe be stables or a large cooking area, as well as the primary town hall. I do love seeing builds and designs that go onto multiple floors just because of the difficulty in this game of lining things up perfectly. A lot of times the natural terrain doesn't really work with the 45 degrees that you're frequently stuck in when you are doing these builds. So the fact that this person took the time to build a multi-level base, absolutely love it. Love that they took the time to really get the little details right, get that sort of paved stone road, get the wooden stairs right, the dark thatch. I can't remember the name of that. I think it's dark thatch. The sort of roofing and the environment around it. I feel like all of the design choices really strong, really cool design all in all. I love the location choice. I love the fact that there are still trees throughout here. It really gives it a town-like feel. I would not be surprised or disappointed if I came across this town in another video game like a Skyrim. Absolutely love this town, so congratulations to user Nevaloud on getting the build of the week. Alright, and those are my 5 builds of the week from Reddit. Congratulations to everyone who was featured. I will put links to their Reddit posts as well as their username down below. As always, if you like this content, hit the like button. If you want to see more content like it, hit the subscribe button and turn those notifications on. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.